Shopping and spending money used to be my favorite pastime. I was very good at it. Shopping made me so happy, but only for a little while. Here are 10 things that I've stopped spending money on since I started RV life. Some by choice and some by the lifestyle decision. Plus a bonus one at the end that will really make you think. Hey, I'm Nancy and I live and travel full time in my 2005 Lazy Days Class C RV. I am so grateful to all of you who stopped back again this week. For the new people who are just finding me, welcome to my channel. So let's jump right into it. Number one of the things that I don't spend money on anymore. Clothes. As you can tell, I wear pretty much the same thing every day. If it's warm out, I wear t-shirts and black biker shorts. If it's cold out, I wear flannel shirts or sweatshirts and black yoga pants. All I really spend money on are replacements because things obviously do get worn out, but I wear them until I can't wear them anymore. When they get a hole in them, they have to go. That's my rule of thumb. Shoes. I'll put that in with clothing. I don't spend as much on shoes. I have a couple pairs of hiking sandals. I replace them when the tread on the bottoms wears out and it becomes unsafe to wear them if I'm in a condition with water on the ground. I have warm hiking boots that I wear and flip-flops or sandals, which need replacement more frequently because they break faster. But unless they break or they need replacement, or I'm in a place where I really would like a new t-shirt or a hoodie from where I'm visiting, that's my biggest expenditure on clothing. A lot different from when I worked in the corporate world and I felt I needed a new outfit or two all the time. Some of it I think was just to pick me up. My mental frame of mind needed to pick me up, and I needed those new clothes to make me feel better. I also have a limited amount of hangers. I don't buy new hangers. So if I buy something new and it doesn't fit on a hanger, then something else has to go. So whatever I bring in, something else has to go out, whether it's because I'm tired of it or because it's damaged. Number two, lawn care. I don't have to worry about lawn care anymore. I don't have to mow my lawn. I don't have to trim my lawn. I don't have to trim trees or the garden or the pool area. It's all done for me, and it's so refreshing. It saves me hours of time each week. Even though I had a lawn service at my house when I lived in a sticks and bricks, I still had some gardening and things, which I enjoy doing. And I do miss the gardening aspect sometimes, but the amount of upkeep and work that I had, especially in Florida in the summer when it rains and everything grows, I don't miss that at all. Number three, mani-pedis. I used to go regularly for mani-pedis, and I would spend 2 to 3 hours getting my nails manicured and my feet massaged, and it was great. And again, I think it was more of something that I needed to help me. Although it looked nice for my clients and customers. I'm so sorry for the squeaking toy. Although it looked nice for my clients and my customers, it made me feel better. And it gave me a few hours to relax, of time that I normally didn't get, of pampering myself and treating myself. I could probably use a professional manicure right now, but with the amount of work and upkeep on an RV, I find it very challenging to keep my nails long or polished. 4, fast food. I can't say I never eat fast food, but I ate a lot more fast food when I lived in a sticks and bricks. I went out to eat a lot more when I was in a sticks and bricks. It was more of a pastime. Now I have the flexibility and freedom. I will eat lunches more at home, or possibly at a food truck and help sponsor a small business once in a while. That would be a treat for me. Sometimes I do have friends that go out, or my family, and I'll go out with them, but nowhere near as much as when I lived in a sticks and bricks. I would work 10-hour days, get home late, just trying to get something in me so I could take a shower, go to sleep, and get up the next day and do it again. Left for a lot of fast food. Lunches. Although I did try and bring lunches to work, a lot of times by lunchtime, I needed to get out of the office. And I took advantage of that and went out and spent money on lunch. I probably spent $40 to $50 a week on just lunch. 6, home goods. I love to decorate. And when you own a home, it's easy to decorate. It's easy to find things to put in it. There's lots of walls to decorate and empty space in the house to put things, and you're out and you're shopping and you see something that you like, and I never thought twice. I just bought it. Now, if I want something, I still love to go to Home Goods and Target and IKEA, but now if I find something I like, I have to think first, where will I put it? I don't have the space that I had. I don't have the wall space. I don't have the floor space. I don't have the furniture space. I have to think very carefully about what I buy and where it's going to go before I buy it. I find the biggest thing I buy as far as home goods for my RV, I'll tell you about that later. 7, coffee shops. I used to love going to Starbucks. I still like going to the occasional small hole-in-the-wall coffee shop in an eclectic little town, but I don't get coffee every day or every morning the way I used to. That was probably a good $25 to $30 a week on coffee, just coffee, and I needed it. It's not that I don't drink coffee anymore, but I can make my own. I don't have the whipped cream. I don't have the steamed milk. I don't have the extra things that I really didn't need anyway. I haven't forgotten the lingo of what I like when I go into Starbucks, but I don't need to talk like that anymore. 8, online courses. I am a lifelong learner. I am always trying to learn something new and something different. It keeps my brain going. It keeps me energized and maybe even a little younger. When I was working full time, I'd been in the same job for 14 years. I knew it very well. In the beginning of having that job, I studied that job a lot, all the time. I actually did a podcast at one point for 3 years about sales because I have a sales background. And that kept my mind going. I took courses and classes on so many different things. And a lot of it was because I was bored. Once I got settled into my job and I understood it, I was bored. Once I understood the podcasting aspect and the social media aspect, I was bored. It was more than just the boredom. I was always taking classes to better myself. I don't feel in this lifestyle that need. My online courses are my everyday experiences. I learn something new almost every day, either because of something that breaks that needs to be fixed or something I figure out on my own, or from having conversations with other people in the RV community and aha moments of how to do something. I had someone 2 weeks ago walk me through how to put the hubcaps back on my rear dualies. He didn't even have to come. He explained it to me so well that when I went back to my RV and looked at the parts, I'm like, oh, this is what that's for. That's exactly what they were talking about. They took them off in Wisconsin. No, they took them off in Georgia in the first week of my trip when I had a flat tire and I went to get the tire fixed. Because he said I would never be able to get them off and get the tires fixed and it would save time. But the hubcaps are really pretty and they make Daisy look prettier and I wanted them put back on. I couldn't figure out how to do it. I don't like to ask people for help, so even when I went to have my tires checked, to give them those, to put them back on, because when they check your tires, they're doing it for free. You can throw them a few bucks to say thank you, but they're doing it for free and I'm taking them away from their paid job. So I never asked them to put them back on again anywhere around the country. I was determined I could figure this out myself. And my friend was just able to walk me through it, explain the parts, and when I got home and looked at everything, it made total sense, and I was able to get them put back on myself, and now Daisy looks pretty again. 9, water. When I originally started to think about these things, I was thinking about the water that comes into your house. I was on well and septic, so I didn't have to pay for water. I did have to pay for the electricity to run the pumps and the repair on the pumps and all that stuff, but I did not have city water. From what I understand, city water can be quite expensive. I don't have to worry about that. That's all included with my RV membership or wherever I'm staying at a campground. I've even gone so far as to get a water purifier to help reduce bottled water. I know I've told you that I bought one, but I haven't done a review on it yet, and I will do that review because I'm very pleased with it. The dogs and the cat and I have all been drinking this water, and it's going to come in super handy next year when I do some boondocking, and I will definitely be drinking water out of my freshwater tank. I love to know that I'm drinking safe water. And 10, a gym membership. I haven't had a gym membership for a long time, I have to admit, because I didn't really have time. When I was working full time, I could barely keep my head up to get into the office some days, let alone do a gym membership. But what I found here, although I have put on a couple pounds this winter, is that I get so much exercise from walking and hiking. I probably was in some of the best shape I'd been in for years last September and October before I started to come off the road a little bit, because I was always walking. There are gyms available every place I've stayed. I've just chosen not to use them. I don't have to pay for them. I can go in and use their equipment for free. There are walk fit classes, there are aerobics classes, there are yoga classes that I could take advantage of in many places for free, or I can just get up and move and walk, which is what I normally do. In Florida, I'm walking on flat land, so I don't feel like I'm getting the benefits of walking the hills and mountains that I was climbing over and hiking on this summer. But next year, I'll be back to that again. If you're enjoying this video or it's helping you as you begin to plan out your possible dream life or RV life, please consider subscribing and leaving a nice comment and even sharing it with a friend. Thank you. The bonus thing that I don't spend money on anymore in this RV life is electricity. How much do you spend on electricity every month? Because I move every 2 or 3 weeks and I'm not an annual or a seasonal camper, I don't have to pay electricity. In my 3,000 square foot home with a pool, 2 years ago, I was paying an average of $250 a month in electricity, and that was just for me. In Florida, your air conditioner pretty much runs all the time. Your pool pump has to run all the time, even in the winter. You can't close your pool in Florida. It just keeps going. So there are certain things that no matter how you try and get around it, you have to pay. $250 a month. That's almost $3,000 a year that I don't have to spend money on anymore. How much is your monthly electric bill? So, what do I buy instead? What do I spend my money on now? I know I talked about that in a video a couple of weeks ago where I gave you my budget, but what do I spend my money on now? I spend my money on replacements of things that break or need to be upgraded. I spend my money on activities and experiences of going out and doing things and making memories instead of fast food restaurants and coffee. And the home goods item that I have allowed myself to spend money on is pillows. Some of the pillows are for replacement, and some of them are just because they're pretty. You can never have enough pillows. I have pillows that I sit on. I've turned a portable crate into a chair with a nice big pillow. I have a lot of decorative pillows. If it's cold out, I can push them all the way back up against the window, and they also help to insulate and keep the back of the RV a little warmer. So that's probably my biggest home goods expenditure. A lot different than when I was looking for furniture or tile for my bathroom or new rugs or new couches. It's a lot different. Thanks for stopping by this week and spending some time with me. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next week.